everybody. Actually, you know that was a song, Little River Band. Hey, everybody there. So we should actually have that as our opening, but then we'd have to pay money because it'd be copyright. Hey, welcome to the Camel live stream. Here we're live. Never know what's going to happen, folks. Disclaimer, all the thoughts that we put across are not necessarily those of the management. It's just a matter of a conversation, ruffle some feathers, stir some people up, and away we go. Anyway, what can I say? Bit of excitement, folks. Last week, over the week, we had 1,000 views. Can you believe that? Our little Camel live stream, which we started, I don't know, 4 weeks ago or something. 4 weeks ago, Clarissa? 4 weeks ago we started this, and already, oh my God, 1,000 people are watching us. Let's try and get that to 10,000 as soon as possible so we can, you know, get monetized and pay bills and everything. I love it. Anyway, welcome. I'm Shane. This is the koala. I'm going to give that a name. I think I'll call it Chloe. Chloe Koala. And today, ladies and gentlemen, let's start off. What we're going to do is we're going to ruffle some AI feathers this morning. And then after that, we're going to do what was that? What were you laughing at? Chloe Koala. That's what it is. Shut up, J-Mar. You're bloody... That's why I love J-Mar. He's really good at stopping me. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yeah, and we're going to do a bit of a look at the good, the bad, and the opportunity of the Duda 2023 Industry Review. Then we're going to finish up with an app chat of an absolutely sensational app. And I'm going to say that because we made it, but it's in the Duda App Store. So anyway, let's start off, folks. Drum roll, please. Live stream chat. Folks, back on the AI trail. You know that there's this crazy phenomenon that's happening in the world. Now, what is this phenomenon? It's actually in website design, it's in marketing, it's in advertising, it's in the development world, social media, and everyone, I don't know, they've gone off the planet or something. They've forgotten. You know the old days, back in the old days when they used to say some things like the customer is always right and do what you got to do right for your customers? Folks, it's gone. It's out the window. What's the new phenomenon? The new phenomenon is they've forgotten. Yes, all those people have forgotten about the consumer and they've forgotten about the customer. Now, let me give you some perfect examples of that. Let me mention Bud Light. What a disaster. Why? They didn't think of the customer. They didn't think of the consumer. They thought of a little itty bitty percentage of the population, and then some woke marketing department decided, oh, let's do it right for the masses. No, they didn't. They did the wrong thing. They forgot about the beer drinking public. And hello, did it bite them on the bum. Next, just coming up yesterday, Miller. Can you believe it? Miller. But the worst part about Miller was they put out this video that has nothing to do with their demographic, right? It's all about some other thing that they've decided. People that don't even drink beer. Why? Some marketing department thought, oh, that's a good idea. Let's push forward on these things. It's a phenomenon, folks. How many people do you know that build websites and have no idea what their customers want, what their customers want to look at, what their customers want to feel to book and buy? All I worry about is what they're feeling about the website. I want it to look like this. Well, your customers may not want it to look like that. This is the phenomenon that's creeping in, and ladies and gentlemen, it's hit AI. Because myself, I've been, as you know, I'm on this AI wagon since we started the Camel live stream. And one thing I've noticed is, has anyone actually asked Harry Public what he thinks? Has anyone asked their customers what they think about AI? Does anyone really care? Right? Is it boiling down to two things? Is it basically coming down to corporate push, agency to lower costs and increase profits by firing people? I read a social media ad, and that made me think. The social media ad went like this. 13 different AI tools to make more, cut costs, and reduce time in 2023. And then, ladies and gentlemen, like a swarm of locusts, I tell you, even Moses, if he was alive, he would have been ducking and weaving with the swarm. AI ads all over the shop are talking about the same thing, and that is lower costs, do this, do that, which basically in brackets is fire people, right? But none of it is really mentioning this is what your customers want, folks. None of it is. So I decided, being the person I am, I'll give old Bard. Bard, is it Bard? B-A-R-D? Bard? Google? Bard? Bard. B-A-R-D. Bard and ChatGPT. I'll give them the right of reply. So I asked that question. What do consumers think of AI? And I tell you, folks, the results were horrifying. So scary, right? But it's the majority of people are thinking this way. And I'm going to rock your socks off with some pretty incredible statistics, folks, right? So let me put on my suit of armour. Let me duck, because we're going to ask that question. Is AI a corporate push? Is it an agency lower costs? Or, if we put it in the words of Gordon Gekko, is it motivated by greed is good? So let's take a look. First up, if you're going to start using AI, this is the first obvious one. Do you know what the customers want, the consumers want? Truth and honesty. And that's a big struggle. Why? People do white label of Duda and don't, oh God help us if we mention it's Duda, because they want to say it's our technology and all that sort of stuff. And that's horses for courses, folks. We are proudly powered by Duda. Why? Because I want people to know. I didn't have $100 million to spend on development. I'm with a partner that knows what they're doing. It's safe, it's secure, and away you go. So I open up my big mouth when I'm done. But what people are saying is, if you're going to use AI, we want to know you've used AI. But let's be honest. What are the chances of that happening? None. That people would have to go out and actually be honest and say, your content was written by a machine, not a human, but we're going to charge you the same amount of money as what we did before. Your design was not done by a person, it was done by a machine. But we're going to design it and we're going to charge you the same as we did before. Right? Our chat is no longer a human on the end of it. We fired them, they're on Starvation Alley, right? And we're going to charge you exactly the same as we did before for support. Not saying it's right or wrong. I like making $1 as well. But what you got to do is you got to be honest, because over 80% of the consumers, the public, that's what they want. They want honesty when it comes to, are you using AI, right? The next one. This is really bad. Over 75% of people, the consumer, the public, over 75% are deeply concerned about two things with AI. What are those two things? Misinformation from artificial intelligence. Now, what does that mean? They're worried about the fact of, as we mentioned last week, you can have a video of some superstar and you can put anything you want in their mouth. You could go deeper than that. You could have the person across the road that you don't like, and you could take a photograph of them, use AI, have their head bobbing up and saying terrible, nasty things, and no one knows if it's real. And that is a big, significant, over 75% of Joe general public and Joanne, right, are concerned about misinformation from artificial intelligence. But do you see the corporate world saying, oh, well, we better be careful about this? No, because what are they worried about? They're worried about push, 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 Armageddon if you don't do it, push, push, profit, profit, profit. You've got all these other people warning them saying, hey, we better hold on and have a look at this thing. But no, all of them got on the bandwagon and all of them are saying, this is what you need, without asking consumers, customers, tell us what you need. Tell us what you feel about it. Zuckerberg tried the same thing with Metaverse. Ram it down our throat that that's what we needed to do. And what happened? goodbye, rest in peace, metaverse no longer here. Why? Because people didn't want it. Right? It's bad enough that we don't talk to each other at the dinner table. You want us to put on glasses and pretend we're in some other place, right? Next part. This is an interesting one. Consumers' big list of worries actually starts, and they have a fear. Ladies and gentlemen, this is wonderful, Jamer. They have a fear for their fellow man. Over 75% of people are concerned that artificial intelligence is the start of massive job loss. That's the truth, right? Why? Because the corporate world, all they're worried about is pushing the stuff so they can make more money. That's it. They don't care about Harry Clegg having no job, but 75% of the public are actually concerned. So what's it all boil down to? It actually, in a lot what I read, to succeed in this evolving landscape, businesses may need to strike a balance between leveraging AI, because as I said, I'm not afraid of it. I want to use it too, for its potential benefits and addressing consumer concerns. Hear that? Consumer concerns. This requires careful attention to accuracy, transparency, and ethical use of personal data. Why? Ladies and gentlemen, people now are gun shy. You know, Mr. Zuckerberg has made billions and zillions of dollars, right? So has Instagram, which is owned by him anyway, WhatsApp, which I think is owned by him, and YouTube and LinkedIn. The amount of money they've made out of us through all of our data. Do you know that these social media companies are more powerful than governments? And that's what people are scared of. They're scared of the fact that AI, they don't mind if AI has a quick peek at what television you're watching or what you're listening to on Spotify. What they don't want, because of social media, what they don't want is AI gets all NSA, CIA, FBI, and starts knowing more about you than you do. That's what people are scared of. You've got to ask yourself the question, though. What about the corporates? What are they saying? They don't care, because they want your data too. So, do consumers really want AI? It's going to be no choice. It's going to be rammed down their throat anyway. But the corporates push and the agencies wanting to lower their costs, which means fire people. As the great Gordon Gekko said, greed is good. So what do you think will drive the average corporate AI choice? What they don't know won't hurt them. That's the attitude, right? That they're not going to tell people that we're using AI for this and using AI for that. They're not going to tell people that we're sucking you dry of all your information. They're not going to do that, right? Little Wall-E, right? If you've seen the cartoon, he won't be out there digging ditches and lifting up rubbish. He'll be out there looking underneath your hood to see what you do, where you go, who you shop, this, that, the other thing, right? You know what drives you mad on Facebook? When you're on a chat and you mention the word underwear, and next thing you know, in your entire, right, Facebook thing, all you see is ads for underwear. Well, it's going to get worse, right? Now, that's the bad news. The good news is, yes, AI is going to give you some significant advantages, right? It does allow you to start conversations, create ideas, all that sort of stuff. The strange thing about it was that people preferred to use AI for Google searches and everything else. They'd much prefer to use, now it's okay if you use Bard because that's Google anyway. So, caveat emptor, folks. That was a quick 15 minutes on AI, but it is scary. And we've got to be a little bit careful. And we've got to look at it and we've got to think, hang on a minute, are these buggers trying to just take advantage of us, just like they've done everything else with social media and ruined the world? Social media has good things. But the problem is, the profit drives these people insane. They are just so greedy, it's not funny. And what's good for us goes to the wayside. It all becomes what's good for them, and that they can do it with the least amount of people possible with the greatest return on their bucks, right? So what are you going to do? Years from now, when there's an unemployment line so long It's crazy, right? But it has good things. And we've got to focus on the good things as well. So that was my little rant on AI. Do we use it? Yes, I said. We still use it. Do I recommend it? I think it's a great idea for some things. But what concerns me more than anything is what's driving it, right? When you've got this mentality, this phenomenon at the moment where the consumer, the customer, Harry Public is not being listened to, even when it comes to marketing, is it going to get worse? Yes, I think it will. And we've got to start standing up and we've got to start saying, hey, it's like all the people that decided to let Bud Light rot on the shelf, right? We've got to do the same. In a lot of other areas of our life, we've got to sit back and go. Now, another question to come out of this was DIY. People are saying, whoa, what about DIY websites? Are you against that? No, I'm not against that, right? It's a great idea. Why? Because they're a great lead generator. Because most of the people that build DIY websites, you've got to look at it like a mechanic or a plumber or an electrician. People that have a basic mechanical need will drop off to Bunnings or Home Depot and if they need to change the oil, they'll buy a 5-litre thing of oil and they'll do it themselves. You know, if they need to change a socket in the wall, they'll go to Bunnings and Home Depot and they'll buy a little socket and they'll do that themselves, right? If they've got a blocked toilet, they'll just buy a plunger and start plunging and get rid of that. But if it needs a hole dug and pipes replaced, they'll call a plumber. If the electrical wiring's a bit, they'll call an electrician. And if all of a sudden the car don't start and they don't have all the computer stuff, what will happen? They'll call a mechanic. DIY is the same. People will use a DIY to buy or build a basic, get them going website, and then they will go to a pro, right? They'll go to an agency. That's just the way it will. So DIY, haven't got a problem with it. It's a lead generator, right? It's not going to take over the world and all of a sudden all the graphic designers will be on the unemployment line. That's not going to happen, right? People will treat website development like they do mechanics and carpenters and everyone else. They'll use it for basic things to get them going, and then they'll call in an expert. Right, here we go. Next. God, I went through 20 minutes of my beautiful time here. Now, what we're going to do, now a lot of that information, ladies and gentlemen, was from Forbes as well. So just in case you're wondering, oh, where did he pull that information from? I pulled it from Forbes, all right? Now we're going to go, drum roll, please. Let's give a bit of a shout out to Duda here. Yeah. Bit of a shout out. Yay! Now, Duda, they posted this 2023 agency report in March 2023, and I'm calling it the good, the bad, the opportunity. And the reason I'm giving them a shout out is the marketing department of Duda did not write this, okay? They commissioned an agency who interviewed 1,500 other agencies with a bunch of questions, and they came up with all these things. The other thing I like about it is they don't get to the end of the report or they don't get to the points and say, and Duda is the answer to all these questions. They don't do that. They've actually done a very, very good job. And what I love about it is it brings up some really, really good points. Like for TheCamel, every one of them, I'm sitting there going, hallelujah, thank you very much, right? Because every one of them is an opportunity for a solutions partner, which is what TheCamel is. But let's look at Harriet Agency. Where does it fit with you? So let's just go through the pain points that it discovered. First one, pain points. What causes people drama? Website building, maintenance, and performance. So what people are looking for, this is the consumer, and this is the agencies, they're looking more and more and more at CMSs that are going to give them no sleepless nights. And this is the old, we hate WordPress plugins, right? Because things go wrong, right? And they become high maintenance. And to do a move and change on a WordPress website, you've got to be a coder, right? Because it's got code. Whereas a CMS like Duda, an idiot with a blindfold can go in and do an edit and a change, except me, right? I don't know how to use it at all, but that's a joke, right? So people are looking more and more and more at a lifestyle choice. They want to sleep at night. So what's really important to them is a CMS that is easy to maintain and allows their customers to do minor DIY stuff, do their own edits and changes and away you go. So those sort of things, which is Duda and Webflow and a few others, are growing in popularity compared to WordPress. Okay, so that was the first pain point. All right. Second pain point, agencies need to work with more robust solutions to increase the demand for more advanced, transactional, feature-rich websites that help generate revenue for clients. The game's changed, folks. Back in the day, all people worried about was a presence on the World Wide Web internet that said, hey, this is our shingle, we're hanging it up. COVID changed that because people need more. They are after booking and buying solutions. And what they want is that they want a CMS that's easy to do, that you can integrate these things, basically drag and drop a widget in there and you've got a payment gateway. That's what they want. They don't want to have to go and do all this coding and integration and API stuff, right? They want it simple and effective because their customers are wanting more, right? So that's one of the biggest pain points for them is finding a CMS that does that easy. Now, as I said, Duda did a great job. They didn't turn around and say, pick us, pick us, pick us. No, right? They just said, if you're an agency, if you're a customer, this is what their problems are. You've got to find a solution. And Duda's a good solution. Next one, SEO. Folks, SEO is the biggest growth opportunity for our agencies. Now, what that means is an added value service. Are you offering SEO, SEM, social media posting? Now, this is a little bit where AI can come in and help you out there. Or there's lots and lots and lots of other partners in the world, like that bloke behind us, TheCamel. We do SEO. Partner up with people. Why? Your customers are demanding it more and more and more. Out of the 1,500 people that got this survey done for, all of them were saying, I tell you kids, the growth industry is SEO. So something you really got to focus on in your agency, getting an SEO product, we can talk to you. We're happy to talk to you. But there's lots of others in the Duda community you can talk to as well. All right, next one. Okay, website building platforms built for professionals are gaining traction, right? So what they're looking for is websites that can be minor or major. So if you want to use a car analogy, a website that can be a basic run to the supermarket chariot or can do a lap of the Nuremberg with a bit of adjustment. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for a CMS that they can take it like a DIY basic, and that in the middle of the DIY, if they say this is all too hard, can you do it for me, that it can take it to the next level cleanly and easily. Now again, Duda could have turned around and said, oh, we do that standing on our head. But they didn't. Right? And yes, there is other CMSs out there that make it easy, right, to get bigger and better and bigger and better and bigger and better. Rather than, well, that CMS you just thought, sorry about that. That's only good enough to take you to the supermarket. If you want the next one to do the lap of the Nuremberg, well, you've got to rebuild your whole website and away you go. People don't want that anymore. They want to go to start all the way through. They want a website CMS that can grow as they grow. Next one. Overall, what's the thing? The key finding. People don't want to get stuck in the plug-in thing. They don't want to have sleepless nights. They want a readily available, like the App Store, right, of integrations that are simple, effective, can take the website to the next level. They want a CMS that can be like a car, can go around the block, or you can wind up your windows, put on your seatbelt, and do a lap of the Nürburgring, right? That's what they're looking for. And the biggest growth factor is added value services, particularly SEO. So if you're an agency out there and you're looking for a CMS, and you're looking at one that's going to do what's right for your business, what did this survey tell you? Get something that you can help you grow with your customers' needs and do it easily, and you can maintain it, or they can maintain it. Now, the good thing is if you maintain them, it's another recurring revenue added value service, which that mob does as well, but you can do yourself, right? Next thing about it is get some SEO, get some social media marketing. Added value services is what it's all about, folks. So what was the good, the bad? The good and bad about the Doodle review, really it was only good. It was, I actually enjoyed reading it. Yeah, I mean, it was full of important stuff, right? And the bad about it, I didn't think there was any bad. What I loved was the opportunity, right? When I read through that, I'll tell you what I saw. I looked at it and I thought, for TheCamel, and this is other agencies out there, I thought, support, there's an opportunity for me that we can sell our support services, but so can you. You can put a monthly package together and offer it for your customer. And it's very simple saying, Mr. Customer, do you want to go and fix problems with people's plumbing, or do you want to sit there and do your own website? Hey, for $20 a month, $50 a month, we can do it all for you. The next one, manpower. And this was more for, in my case, for fulfillment partners, where, a lot of agencies, they want to grow, they don't have enough manpower, they don't have the right, designers. Well, with TheCamel, we're a solutions partner. We've got lots of people who can help you grow. But then you look at some of your customers out there, they might want development work, but they don't have anyone that can work on the CMS or Duda, but you can, right? So there was a magnificent opportunity there for you. So two of them so far, support, manpower. Next one, SEO packages. For me, that is sensational because we have a digital marketing team. But for an agency as well, you can get together with us, you can get together with others, or you can teach yourself to do it if you want. The next one that was big was templates. Right? People want, not everyone's going after a custom-built website from scratch, but they want sexy templates. And they want templates that are innovative. They want templates that are niche. So there is a big market for templates. Now, that mob does templates, but so do all other people else. A lot of other people in the Doodle community do them as well. And you have the ability in something like Doodle where you can build your own templates, right? And offer them to your customers and gives them the ability to be, even if they haven't got the talent, they can look like Picasso, right? So last but not least, social media packages were huge. No, it wasn't last, there was one more after that. Social media packages, put that together, added value services. Why? That's what the market is asking for when Duda did this review. Last but not least, customers want that design capability that can take them with one stop shop, one CMS, can take them from basic, round the block, to advanced, go around the new build ring. In other words, you can build it for me now, or I can build it myself, and it'll do. But as I get busier and busier and busier, and I want to add e-commerce, and I want to add a payment gateway, I want to add social media reviews, I want to add that I can easily do that, and I don't have to upgrade. So what else does it prove? It proves that a lot of people are out there charging these, people like flat rate pricing, right? I call it lucky dip pricing, where they say, okay, this package gets you so many clicks. If you go over those clicks, well, you go to the next package. This package gives you so many things. What people like is a flat rate, right? So that is why the Doodle widgets, for instance, that we build, pay once and use on many sites you want. Whereas you want to go to these generic plugins, it's a lucky dip pricing, folks, because you never know how many times someone's going to click on that person's website. Next thing you get the, hello, happy birthday, here's your new bill. And it's not exactly what you budgeted or look for. So people in there want a flat rate. They don't want to look at this, what do you call that, modular pricing? Modular price. They don't want modular pricing, right? Like TheCamel. and everyone else that's out there that make templates and everything. Like our template, you buy a template once and you use it on as many sites as you like. It's not good for me. I don't make $1 million, but it's good for you. And that's exactly what the agencies and their customers want. So that takes care of the good, the bad, but most importantly, dear Jedi Knights, the opportunity. There is massive opportunities out there. I was in so much glee when I read that. Now, let me get on to the last thing for today, folks, and that is the drum roll. Do the app chat. Do the app chat. Now, what are we going to talk about today? Well, this is a fabulous do-do app. And I promise you, this is the last shameless plug I will do because I'm running out of apps. We'll go back to promoting other people's apps and reviewing them. But this one, MegaMenu. Folks, bring it on down. Where's the clap? Clap on the MegaMenu. Now, the Camel MegaMenu is in the do-do app store. So it's really simple. It's free. Can you believe that? It's free. Look at that. Can you believe we gave that? I cannot believe we gave it away for free. Yeah. We could have charged money for that one and we didn't. Oh my God. Talk about the Salvation Army again. Right? Okay, so the MegaMenu, pretty sexy looking thing. Other people will charge you hundreds of dollars. Right? We charge you nothing. And all you got to do is go to your dashboard, go to the Do-Do App Store, and whoosh, like magic in the night, on a magic carpet, everyone can start singing Aladdin in the background. It will arrive on your little dashboard desktop thing and away you go. Now, what does it do? A MegaMenu is a type of navigation to organise and optimise a long list of menu items to present to site visitors. So instead of having a bunch, see if I'm right here, instead of having a bunch of tabs up the top, it gives you the ability to have this drop-down menu with 800 million options.
It's minimized.
It's minimised. Yeah. It minimises the maximise.
Right.
You like that? I just invented that now. Thank you very much. What's the difference? Oh, here you go. What's the difference? The traditional navigation only shows text fields and sub-menus listed vertically without the option of group sub-items. Ha! With a MegaMenu, come on down. You can group your menu items and add additional components like videos, images, and social media icons. And the list goes on and on and on. Does it support mobile? No. Why? Because you've got to ask yourself, why would anyone want a MegaMenu on a mobile device? Like, you've got to be kidding.
Yeah.
You know, you've got this 6-inch screen, and you want to have this thing that goes down to the end of the page into your lap.
Correct.
Crazy, right? How responsive? It's very responsive. What else do you expect to say? Can you request a custom feature? Hello? Because like all Camel widgets, it's customizable, folks. So you can go through the App Store, send us a letter, and you would be surprised how many of these we've already upgraded, right? Because it's free. Like, oh my God. So you can email us at dev@thecamel.co, and away we go. We support it. We look after it. We've already upgraded it 1 million bloody times. It speaks languages, and it'll probably make you a cup of coffee and cook your dinner. And all of that's free. So that was our Do-Do App Chat for the week. And ladies and gentlemen, and now the end is near. And so I face the final curtain. We're at the end of our live stream.
Yep.
And I hope, J-Mar, we have more than 1,000 viewers. I hope we get more than that. But I want to thank you all for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed my AI overview, which was, I don't know. The thing about AI, I want to shut up about it, but every week there's more and more and more fodder, right? It scares me. It really does. But it has good things as well. But unfortunately, we've got to worry about the Gordon Geckos of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, greed is good. It's not good when people lose their jobs, right? And it's not good if you're continually using our private information. As I said, these social media giants, they have become more powerful than government. It's scary. And we've got to make sure we do the right thing. Also, the Duda review, fabulous. Massive opportunities. So, you have a great week. Want to thank all my sponsors this morning. I want to thank who drove me, Hyundai, for getting me here. I want to thank Jamison's is back on the shelf. Right? I want to thank Gillette, as per normal. I want to thank Cafe de Lipa. Give them a shout out because their coffee is so good. And I also want to thank Jane. Oh, we've got questions.
Greetings.
Oh, greetings. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, there you go. AJ, I love you, brother. Right? Who else is there? Oh, and Hero. I love you, Hero. Way to go, Camel. And, oh my God, Arian. Yeah. Arian, I got to give a shout out to the greatest Gotto place in Batungus. Right? I don't know the name of the Barungo. Where? Where's
The Babes restaurant.
where is it? We'll quickly get it because it's worth visiting. Right? Gotto, what's it called again? I can't remember. Anyway, you go past, you turn right at Festival Mall, whatever it is, and you keep going straight. And I promise you, Aria, next week I will have the right name, right? And also send love to your dad because I'm his big
You will have a premium.
I'll have a preview of your Gotto. So here's the thing. If you want to get a bit of a shout out on the Camel live stream, because we're getting popular.
Yeah.
We're getting popular. I mean, did I mention we had 1,000 views last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had 1,000 views. Cheer! And we're going to have thousands this week. Who else is there? Oh my God, there's people coming in everywhere. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Barbears Gotong Batangas. Now, if you're a motorcycle rider or a Ferrari driver, you'll be there on a Sunday. But I've got to be honest, seriously, it's the best Gotto in Batangas. Right? Okay, that'll cost you a free Gotto now, Arian. Anyway, love you all. Thanks very much. Really enjoyed today. Let's look forward to next week. See you later. Mwah.